Okay, here's the next part. We're almost done with this season. Next up is numbers 10. This one's almost exactly the same. Uh, the opening segment is the segment from Ned's Geraniums, I think that's how you pronounce it, where they're playing peekaboo inside the house, which I do remember this segment, but I don't know if this was the episode I saw with it. And then the TV event, and an interesting thing is that when Tinky Winky is chosen, the the original audio of him giggling when he gets chosen is used briefly, and then they use like the later audio of the Teletubbies cheering when he gets chosen, kind of like in Shadows. I think this is one of the last appearances of the original audio. Which I'm not sure if I remember. And the clip of the Earth Movers is slightly different than the original episode. And then there's a segment where I think it's like the Teletubbies are sitting down and standing up while counting to 10. Kind of drags on just a little bit. That segment I do remember. And then they go watch the magic tree, and the windmill stops spinning. And unlike in the original episode, the voice trumpet is about a few inches lower. Which that was kind of weird. So, Poe is the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter. This episode aired on October 22nd, 2001. In the Pleasure Drive airing, apparently at the beginning of the episode, it has the very long opening segment from Jigsaw Rabbits, where I think like basically they're chasing each other. They're walking around these three trees that just look kind of out of place. I think I might vaguely remember it. And then after that, they watch the Dancing Bear, which is the same version from Lorette Tap Dancing, where afterwards the TV event just starts right away. And because of the long segment, the episode ends after the TV event, which I don't think I remember an episode where that happens. I know it happens in some of the UK episodes, but I don't remember ever seeing it when I was younger. So yeah, Lala's the missing Teletubby, and Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, apparently with the ending from Boys and Eggs, where that happened like after a TV event. In oh the circle thing again. In the rerun airing, the segment where they're counting to 10 is at the beginning, which that I may or may not remember. And then after a TV event, it's the tiptoe dance, which is the same version from Dog Kennel, Sunday special version, where it's the same version from Cafe Eggs, but with the opening shot from the opening segment from Sophie Art Circus, and then the camera just immediately cuts to the windmill spinning for the magical event, which is yeah, I think it's still the magic tree, and Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Lala's the Boo Shouter. I want to say with the alternate ending music, I'm not sure. And the Sprout airing at the beginning, it has the opening segment from Strawberry Picking where the tubby custard machine is not working, which I may or may not remember. I don't think I saw on Sprout, though. And then instead of the magic tree, they do the animal parade, which is the same version from Asian Storyteller that I may or may not remember. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the Boo Shouter. In the alternate Sprout area, it has the opening segment from Naughty Hat, where Tinky Winky takes his bag in front of the trees, which I'm not sure if I remember that. In the middle, they do the Follow the Leader dance. And the TV event plays once. And then the segment from Mum's Portrait, where Tinky Winky is reading a book about the Teletubbies dancing and stuff. And apparently, like, it has the ending from the crawling episode where the Teletubbies crawl all the way back home, and then they see the windmill spinning for a magical event. It's still the magic tree. That I don't think I remember. So yeah, well done with that episode very quickly. I thought it was going to take forever. Next up is Chameleon. This episode aired on October 23rd, 2001. So this has the opening segment from Tram, aka Cable Car, where Tinky Winky and Dipsy are standing on two different hills and Poe is like walking to them. I don't think I remember this segment. And the TV event, some of the UK narration is kept, and the baby son giggling at the end is in sync. It's a very weird TV event because of the music. There's a weird like music. I think it's heard in one of the Mario games. It goes like this: do 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 do. It's very creepy, honestly. And then the segments, I forget what happens in this segment. It's something involving Lala's ball, I'm pretty sure. I think they're trying to play catch, like, without Poe. Yeah, Poe's not in this segment. I don't remember that, really. The Baby Sun clip at the end is in sync, as well, but shortened. At the end, they go do the Follow the Leader dance. The dance is the same version from Carnival 2, but the sound of the Teletubbies sitting down is not heard at the end. The camera just cuts to the voice trumpets, whatnot. They turn their heads, and it's about a few inches higher than it was in Carnival 2. And Dipsy's the Boo Shouter, and also the missing Teletubby. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the Follow the Leader dance at the beginning, which I don't think I remember an episode where that happened. But it's the same version from the US version of Carnival 1, where it ends with the Teletubbies seeing the windmill spinning and they say and run off. And then I've heard about this before, which I think I'm starting to remember it, where the main segment is the segment from Action Story, where they're looking for Poe and they find Poe laying under a tree. So yeah. Lala's a missing Teletubby, and also the Boo Shouter. I want to say with the alternate ending music. Actually, no. Yeah, once again, I don't remember the alternate ending music playing. Even though I typed it in. I don't know. Maybe one of these alternate airings has it. But yeah. In the rerun airing, the opening segment is the segment from Firefighter, where the voice trumpet's making a siren noise, which I vaguely remember seeing. I kind of got confused with another segment that we'll talk about later. with Dipsy inside the house with the voice trumpet. It was not making a fire engine sound. And then this is what I remember. It has the segment from Cricket where Tinky Winky takes Lala's ball. So yeah. And then apparently the follow the leader dance is not shown. And Dipsy's the boo shouter. And the Sprout area, the segment with the Teletubbies playing with Lala's ball ends with the normal windmill animation and the scene of them saying "uh-oh" from the chair segment, which I don't think I remember that. And they go watch the Dancing Bear, which is the same version from Hanukkah. Yeah. Dipsy's the missing Teletubby. Did I say Dipsy's the boo shouter in the rerun airing? I meant to say, like, missing Teletubby. I kind of typed this wrong. Like, some of these I typed who the boo shouter is first. Uh, Probably because I typed this a long while ago when like episodes were more scarce, and even like episodes that were found, they were slightly like incomplete. So yeah, but yeah, Dipsy's the missing Teletubby and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. In the alternate Sprout airing, the same thing happens where the Teletubbies see the windmill spinning at the end of the segment, but this time they go watch the Animal Parade, which I think might be the same version from Mary Had a Little Lamb. I think I might vaguely remember something like that. Lala's the missing Teletubby. Next up is Joining in the Band. This is an exclusive episode. This aired on October 24th, 2001. This has the opening segment from Chameleons, the UK version, where they're hiding behind the hills. And then they watch a TV event where a girl and her family is playing in a band. They're playing different kinds of drums, which I vaguely remember seeing. Tinky Winky is chosen for the TV event. The later audio of him being chosen is used. And then the main segment from Maori singing, where Poe is singing a song. Oh, and when the windmill starts spinning during the opening segment, the caption says windmill whirring, like WHIRRING. Where'd that come from? I don't see the cat anywhere. Lulu's over there. Yeah, and during the song segment, uh, when Poe is singing "Fat Deet, ma," it says "fuzzy fuzzy." Yeah, I think the segment is also shortened because I was comparing like this and the UK version of the segment. It's slightly shortened. And then after that, they do the tiptoe dance, which is the same version from the US version of Little Baby, except the Teletubbies giggling is in sync, and the baby son giggles at the end of the segment, at the end of the dance. So yeah, Dipsy's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. Apparently, the caption says puttering. I guess like when like they're giggling when they're about to say boo. Okay, come on. In the Pledge Drive airing, the opening segment is the other Hiding Behind the Hills segment from Hovercraft, which I may or may not remember. Where were you, kitty? She scratched me yesterday. She was sleeping. I tried to like wake her up and she just swatted. Yeah, there's the band aid. So yeah, I think it might have started uh, with the alternate field four opening shot, where like it's the field four opening shot, but the camera's closer to the front door, and the regular extended opening music, where like sometimes the extended opening music is a little bit different, especially when that opening shot is used. I think it's the same version of that opening shot from Baby Animals before the quack quack segment. And then in the middle of the episode, they do the Magic House, which has the same opening shots from the door segment, and it's the bottom right window version. And then the Four Happy Teletubbies segment from Gospel Singing, and the same exact version of this segment, which is what I remember, is from the Altogether Teletubbies DVD, where the segment was a bonus feature. It starts with I think the Field 7 opening shot, was it? And the windmill stops spinning, but it doesn't cut back to the Teletubbies saying, uh oh. Instead, the camera just fades to the voice trumpet. I remember like a few episodes maybe where this happened, and I can't seem to find any of them. The only ones I can find are the original UK episode of Paddling Pool and the Big Hug video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was another episode where that happens. And Poe is the boo shouter. And the rerun airing out, the Four Happy Teletubbies segment from Making Lanterns is played at the beginning. Yeah, it's the same version from that episode because the opening shots being different than they were in the jumping episode, which I don't think I remember the segment at all. I might remember it in a different episode, but I don't know. We'll probably talk about that another time. The TV event plays once, which again I don't remember. And then there's the segment from Owl Babies where the Teletubbies keep running into each other. Dipsy and Lala keep running into Tinky Winky and Poe. That I vaguely remember. I feel like I might have hallucinated that one. That was one of the earlier memories I had. Yeah. And then the Magic House, which is the bottom left window version, and the Stamping Stepping Dance, which I think might be the same version from Hand Shapes Turkey, the UK version. Poe is the boo shouter. This episode aired on October 24th, 2001, if I already didn't say that. And the Sprout airing the opening segment apparently is the segment from Violin, Spain, where Poe's just eating tubby custard. It's one of the shortest segments ever. I don't think I remember that, at least in this episode. And then after a TV event, it's the segment from Our Story where Lala is walking along the path, which I think that's another vague memory, but I don't think I saw on Sprout. Yeah, it was very interesting. Lala walks along the path. She like goes into the outskirts of Teletubby Land, except she doesn't because the spots that she visits in the segment are the same areas we usually see. Like we see that big tree that we always see, except they added like all that like dirt and rubble that they used to make the path there. And then they do the round and round dance, which I think might be the same version from the UK version of tennis. I'm not sure. Lala's the boo shouter. In the alternate Sprout area, oh, the hovercraft segment only happens in the alternate Sprout area. uh, while like the the regular opening segment is used in the pledge drive airing. I think with the alternate opening shot. Yeah, I don't know why I'm seeing this wrong. I think I have bad eyesight. But yeah, in the alternate sprout airing after the TV event, it has the cushion segment from Rumble Tumble Fun. A cushion appears like the ones you see in gym class, and Tinky Winky bounces on it, and Poe falls asleep on it. I think I vaguely remember something like that. And then it's the Round and Round dance, which is the same version from the Sunday special version of Colors Green, where at the end the baby son is shown screaming, and then the windmill just stops spinning. Similar to Emily and Chester, but the voice trumpet rising is at normal speed, which, yeah. I remember, like, an episode where this happens, but I remember it was exactly the same as in that episode, but of course, with the voice trumpet's speed being normal, I'm surprised, like, a lot of people think I remember. It rose up really fast. That would be interesting if it did happen. Next up is making salad. So this has the same opening and main segment, which both segments have the right path 2 opening shot, the version with the windmill on screen, except they're both slightly different shots, like different takes. If you look at like the pacing and like how many rabbits are on screen. So yeah, this episode aired on October 25th, 2001. So yeah, the opening segment, the Nunu was just zooming around. I don't think I remember that segment. And then the TV event with those two kids making salad. I just thought it looked very delicious. I think I vaguely remember seeing that. I probably mistaken it for like Elmo's World. The audio of Lala being chosen as in sync, and the baby son's giggling afterwards is different. And there's a segment where they're trying to have tubby custard, but they keep falling down, which I don't know if I remember the segment. I might. The baby son's giggling at the end is different. And then like after we see them running outside, it's the falling down dance, just like in the original episode. But it's a different version. It's the same version from Walking in the Woods, where the clip of the baby son giggling after a TV event is shown at the beginning. And of course, the windmill starts spinning at the end of this dance, which, yeah, I think this might be at least one of the episodes I remember with it. I'm not sure. The full first part of the magical event tune is heard, unlike in Walking in the Woods, where like about a second or two is it just like fades to the second part, while here it's kind of the other way around. And yeah, I think this was one of the first episodes I saw with that rare windmill clip. Yeah, Noah Love, you probably watching know what I'm talking about. There's like dirt on my phone screen. And I'm trying to like get rid of it, and it's like permanently stuck there. I don't know how it happens. Dust works in mysterious ways. And then the dancing bear dancing once, and the baby son giggling at the beginning of the event is silent, and then the windmill stops spinning. And the clip of the windmill stopping is shortened, like in most episodes where it stops spinning after a magical event. Like usually, like mostly happens during a segment where, like, when we cut to the windmill stopping, it's already a scene slowing down. Where usually during a magical event, it's still spinning at top speed before it slows down. So yeah. And Poe's the missing Teletubby, and also the Boo Shouter. I want to say with the alternate ending music, but like I said, I'm not sure if it's in the regular airings. It might have been one of the alternate airings. Yeah, I put a question mark when I said alternate ending music right here. Yeah, this time I'm pretty sure. Though, I don't know, I want to keep my hopes up. And the pledge drive airing, I think might remember it had a. No, I think it might have been an alternate airing. No, in the pledge drive airing, it has the. Basically, it's the second half of the Humpty Dumpty episode where Poe's having a falling down day. She keeps falling down so weirdly, and she says, "Atia." Yeah, it's a pretty weird segment. And then they do the dancing bear, but this time it's the same version from the jumping episode. This time it has the baby son giggling at the beginning. And then they do the falling down dance, which I think might be the same version from Crazy Golf. I'm not sure. Poe's the missing Teletubby, and Tinky Winky's the boo shouter. In the rerun airing, it has the opening segment from Sea Lions where Lala appears in, or Poe appears in front of the trees. Yeah, Sea Lions, like, lion sounds like Lala, so I said Lala instead of Poe. I don't think I remember the segment, I'm not sure. And, and then the Hey Diddle Diddle segment from the original episode. This time I used the original scene of the Teletubbies running off after they say "uh-oh," where they run out the door and then they run up a hill, but then they start a magical event, which that I'm not sure if I remember. And then they go watch. What they watch? The dancing bear once again. And then the episode ends. Dipsy is the missing Teletubby, and also the boo shouter. And the Sprout airing, I think I don't know if it was a Sprout airing or something, but I remember the falling down segment had the Right Path 1 opening shot. But yeah, in the Sprout airing, it has the magic tree instead of the dancing bear, and the windmill stops spinning. That I may or may not remember. I wonder if it starts exactly the same as in Walking in the Woods. Lala's a boo shouter. In the alternate Sprout airing, it has the segment from number 7 after a TV event where the voice trumpet's counting to 7. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The rest of the episode's the same. Next up is Crawling. This episode has a lot of trivia that I wrote here. This episode aired on October 26th, 2001. This was one of the last episodes to be Actimates compatible. As you can see in one of the TV airings, you can see the Actimates encoding on the side of the screen. This episode aired in 2001, a year after the Actimates toys were discontinued, although there were still some Actimates compatible episodes of Teletubbies and Arthur that they were airing at the time. Some airings of this season don't have the Actimates compatibility at all. I don't know why, really, but yeah. This was also released on VHS, and I have the VHS. I'm not going to show it this time, but... And the... Can you stop making that sound, Lulu? And the VHS is called It's Time to Crawl. It was part of a series of videos, 4 videos, obviously, for each of the Teletubbies, packaged with various Teletubbies toys by Play Along. I remember seeing some of these toys in a convenience store years ago, they had like different pictures of different things in Teletubby Land. You click on the windmill, they say we, and then you click on it again, and you hear the windmill spinning. So yeah, and when you realize that each of the It's Time 2 videos actually represent each of the Teletubbies that they're released with. So this one's kind of a Poe based one. Poe doesn't really do that much, but it does relate to her because it has one of her favorite activities. This also aired during the 10th anniversary, and the Home Hill 3 opening shot is used twice in this episode during the opening segment and at the end, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So, first we have the opening segment, which is the segment from Walking the Dog, where Tinky Winky is showing a piece of tubby toast. And yeah, I don't think I really remember this segment, but yeah. And then the TV event, and then the crawling segment, where I think I heard the voice trumpets or the narrator's dialogue is re-recorded, but I never really noticed. I think I might remember this. Yeah, this is quite interesting because this is actually the VHS. It's Time to Crawl is actually the third time this segment has been released. Because before this, there was Go Exercise with the Teletubbies, where Poe loves to crawl. That's why it's a very fitting episode. And then the full segment was shown on the Baby Animals video. So yeah, that's very interesting. So yeah, and also like a while ago, back in 2011, I actually did get 3 of the It's Time 2 videos, but I didn't get this one until like a while ago. Mostly because the episode was already on YouTube, and I just really want to watch on there. But now I have the episode. So yeah. And at the end of the crawling segment, which is not in the Baby Animals video, they wake up and see the windmill spinning, which I might remember, and they go watch the animal parade, which that makes sense. And it's the same version from the Sunday special version of Sophie Art Circus, where it's the same version from Giraffes, but with the magical Ventoon being slowed down. And this apparently happens in a lot of the US episodes, where when the Teletubbies hear the elephant's trumpet, the regular whooshing sound is heard in the background. I know this was in the Here Come the Teletubbies video. I think I only remember like one episode, maybe where that happens. I'm not sure. And then the baby son is heard sighing at the end when we see her. And then they do the twisty dance, which is the same version from the US version of Shadows, but it has the ending from going in and coming out, where the baby son is shown giggling at the end, except the sound of her giggling is different. The voice trumpet's a few inches higher. Lala's the missing Teletubby and the Boo Shouter. A lot of noise there. Don't worry, I'm almost done. In the Pledge Drive airing, it has the opening segment from Fruit Tasting, where Tinky Winky and Poe are smelling the flowers. That's literally just what happens. It goes on for like quite a while. And then after the TV event, it has the stretching dance, which is the shortened version. And then they go watch the Magic Tree, which is apparently the same version from Naughty Horse Returns, where the audio is off sync, which I don't think I remember that. I'm not sure. And then the twisty dance is cut. And Tinky Winky is the missing Teletubby and Poe is the Boo Shouter. And the rerun airing, it has the opening segment from Urban Walk, where the Teletubbies are going under the arch, which I might remember. I'm not sure if I remember this exact version because there's like two different versions, and I think the other version it has the sound of the door opening, closing, not being heard. And then the animal parade is kept. I think it doesn't have the windmill whooshing sound when the elephant's trump is heard, at least from what I remember. Oh wait, no, it's I don't know why I wrote this wrong. It still has the magic tree like in the original UK version of the episode, which I might remember something like that. And then it still has the twisty dance. That's why I remember it. I think I remember an episode where the magic tree shows up after the uh or where I think the magic tree shows up before the twisty dance. I think there is an episode where that happens, but I don't think I remember it happening that way. But yeah, and the sprout airing it has a different segment at the beginning where Poe is crawling under the arch from Cuddle's poor paw, which I think I vaguely remember. I'm not sure. And then it has the magic house instead of the magic tree or animal parade. It's the top right window version. And then apparently has the stamping and stepping dance, which I think might be the same version from Piglets. I'm not sure. So yeah, in the alternate Sprout area, it has the opening segment from Delilah packing, where the Teletubbies are popping up and saying "uh-oh," which I think is another vague memory. And then the happy dance is in the middle of the episode. I don't think I remember an episode where that happens. And after that is the segment from throwing, where they're trying to catch Lala's ball. And this time we actually see the windmill zooming in clip and the usual scene of the Teletubbies arriving at their destination for a magical event. And then the twisty dance is cut. Tinky Winky's the missing Teletubby and Dipsy's the boo shouter. And that's gonna be it for now. See you later.